All right, ready to go deep. Today we're diving into Jubilant Foodworks.
The folks behind Domino's in India, yeah.
Way more than that, actually. We've got financials, internal meeting notes, even some stuff on their sustainability efforts.
Sounds like we're going full investigative journalist on this one.
By the end, you'll know this company inside and out, their past, their future. It's a wild ride. Did you know they use like over 11,000 electric vehicles for deliveries?
Wow, no, I did not. That's impressive.
We'll get to that. But first, got to set the stage.
Jubilant Foodworks. They kind of started as pioneers, right? Bringing Domino's to a market that was, well, hungry for it.
Yeah, craving that convenience, the international flavors. But now, they're not just pizza. It's like they're part of a whole food revolution.
How India eats is changing, that's for sure.
Okay, so let's break that down. They're the master franchise for Domino's India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal.
Basically why you can get a Domino's almost anywhere in the region.
But they've also got Dunkin' and Popeyes in India. What's the game plan there?
It's about catching different parts of the market, seeing how things are changing. The quick service restaurant industry, QSR, it's booming in India.
Growing way faster than the whole food service market.
And there are a few reasons for that.
Rising incomes, for sure.
Yeah.
People have more disposable income, more cash to spend on eating out.
Exactly. Plus, India's got a young population, really open to new things, love that convenience factor.
Think about it. You're busy, you want a quick meal that tastes good. Online ordering just makes it so easy.
It's not just a Friday night thing anymore. It's becoming part of the weekly routine.
Guilty is charged on that one.
And that shift, that's what Jubilant Foodworks is all over. Occasional treat? Nope. Habitual ordering. Look at Domino's in India. Over 2,000 stores. Massive digital presence with their app.
I saw the numbers on that. It's insane. Like 39 million app installs.
And 10 million monthly active users. That's loyalty. That's not just ordering pizza.
So Domino's is the star, obviously. But are Dunkin' and Popeyes holding their own?
Domino's is definitely leading the charge. But Dunkin' is doing well, especially after they focused more on coffee.
Smart move. India loves its chai. Got to tap into that coffee culture.
Exactly. Shows they're not afraid to adapt, try new things, like that restructuring they did recently with Domino's India. Went from 4 to 7 regional management zones.
That sounds like a pretty big shakeup.
It is, but it's not about control. It's about growth. They're getting ready for the massive expansion they're planning. This isn't a quick cash grab. It's building something that'll last.
Okay, love that ambition.
Okay.
But this QSR boom, is it just a trend? Or is something bigger happening here?
That's the million rupee question, right?
Mm.
It's got to be more than just rising incomes and young people.
I'm thinking it's a cultural shift. Eating out, it's becoming a symbol, aspiration, trying new things, a bit of luxury even.
Not just the food itself, it's the whole experience.
Yeah, when I was in India, the dining scene, it's so vibrant. Not just grabbing a bite, it's an event, connecting with people.
Exactly. And Jubilant Foodworks, they get that. They're not just selling pizzas and donuts, they're selling a slice of a better life.
That's a really good point. They're in the right place at the right time. But are they just lucky, or are they actually making this growth happen?
It's not luck. They've got a strategy. They're not just riding the wave, they're shaping it.
I'm all ears. How are they shaping this wave?
First off, they know their customer, like really know them. Data analytics, what people are ordering, where from, their preferences.
So it's not just having a cool app, it's what they do with that data.
Exactly. Customizing menus, promotions, even testing out AI recommendations. Ordering is seamless, it's enjoyable.
Turning pizza delivery into a science.
Kinda. But it's more than that. They're staying ahead of the trends. Always new products, new formats, keeping their brands fresh.
Like their wheat-based pizza savers? Love that they're thinking about sustainability, too.
It's not just being trendy, it's understanding what today's customer cares about. Environmental stuff, ethical sourcing. Jubilant Foodworks is listening.
Makes good business sense. Good for the planet, good for the bottom line. But speaking of bottom line, are they making money?
Now that's the interesting part. Jubilant Foodworks, they're going for growth first. Profit will catch up.
Playing long game, huh?
Their revenue for fiscal year 2024 was over INR 56 billion. A 9.6% increase from the year before. That's massive. But they're making smart investments that'll pay off later.
So a little less profit now to build a stronger future. Bold move.
It is, but it's calculated. They think capturing market share now, building that loyalty, that's what sets them up for the long haul. Sustainable business, not just quick wins.
Planting the seeds for a pizza empire. What about the competition, though?
Oh, there's always competition. India's QSR market, it's crowded. Global giants, McDonald's, Burger King, they're all fighting for those hungry customers.
A real food fight. How does Jubilant Foodworks hold their own?
Execution, that's their edge. A few things they do really well. First, their delivery. It's fantastic. Invested in their own network, their own tech. They've got control over the whole process.
You order a pizza, you can track it, it arrives hot and fresh. That's huge.
Plus, they're constantly innovating. New products, new flavors, catering to local tastes. That Reggie Supercrust pizza, for example.
And those wheat-based pizza savers. Again, small detail, but shows they care about the whole experience and sustainability.
Little details add up. They think about the whole journey, ordering to that first bite.
It's a whole experience, not just a pizza. All right, so we've got growth, competition, innovation. But what about their financials? Are they profitable?
That's a great question. We'll get into all of that next time when we really dig into their financial performance. Welcome back. All right, time to get into those numbers. Financials, that is.
We know they're aiming for big growth, but got to be smart about the money, too.
Exactly. Can't just have delicious pizza, got to make a profit, too, or it's not going to last.
Sustainability on all fronts, right?
Right. And that's where operational excellence comes in. Remember we talked about their commissary model. It's giving them a real advantage on the cost side.
The centralized kitchens, right? Keeps things consistent, keeps those costs down.
Exactly. Efficiency means a healthier bottom line. Their patat profit after tax, it's been going up, even with all those expansion plans. In FY 2024, their operating EBITDA margin was 20.2%.
Okay, for the non-finance folks out there, what's that actually telling us?
It means they're managing things well. That 20.2% means for every, say, 100 rupees they make, they keep about 20 after covering the operating expenses. Ingredients, salaries, rent, all that.
So healthy efficiency.
Yeah.
Especially in an industry that's competitive.
Absolutely. They're growing and getting more profitable. That's the recipe.
Are definitely a good sign. But they're not just sitting back counting their dough. They're actively working to boost that profitability even further.
Oh, for sure. Constantly looking for ways to streamline, optimize costs. Like they're using tech to improve their supply chain. That helps cut down on waste and get better prices from suppliers.
Every rupee saved is a rupee earned.
You got it. And they're still investing. That new commissary in Mumbai, big investment, but it shows they're in it for the long haul.
Building a pizza fortress. Okay, so financially savvy, we got that.
Right.
But zoom out a bit. What about their position in the market? We mentioned the big guys, McDonald's, Burger King.
Yeah.
What's Jubilant's secret weapon in this food fight?
Brand recognition is huge for them. I mean, Domino's is almost synonymous with pizza in India. They built a strong brand. That loyalty is powerful.
People trust Domino's. They know what they're getting.
And their delivery network. Massive, efficient, crucial when everyone's busy and wants things delivered fast.
You nailed it. Convenience is king.
But we can't ignore the competition. India's QSR scene, it's constantly changing. New players all the time. Salads, burgers, everything in between.
Variety is the spice of life, as they say.
Right. And consumer tastes are changing, too. Healthier options, more adventurous stuff. Jubilant has to stay ahead of that.
Can't just stick to pizza forever.
Exactly. Gotta keep innovating, make sure those brands stay relevant. They're doing a good job of it so far. Dunkin' going coffee-centric. Domino's with those wheat-based crusts, local toppings.
Trying to be the go-to for everything. Morning coffee to that late-night pizza craving.
And remember that shift towards habitual ordering we talked about. It's good and bad, great for loyalty, but gotta keep customers engaged.
Not just getting them in the door, it's building that relationship.
Exactly. That's where digital really matters. Data, personalization, targeted marketing.
Keep those pizza cravings satisfied, introduce them to new things.
Right. It's a digital dance. Gotta keep up with the changing tastes. But there's the real world too. Regulations, food safety standards.
It's got to be tough to manage.
For sure. Lots of regulations in the food industry. And they can change. Ingredients, food prep, packaging, all of it. Jubilant needs to stay on top of that.
A lot to juggle, especially at that scale. Plus, got to keep an eye on those bigger trends. Sustainability, for example. We talked about the EVs, responsible sourcing. But are they doing enough for today's eco-conscious customer?
Sustainability isn't just a trend anymore. It's what people expect. They want to support businesses that are doing good. Jubilant is making progress, but got to keep pushing.
Those electric vehicles, the no antibiotics policy, it's a good start. But they can't just stop there.
Transparency is key. People want to know where their food comes from, how it's made. Jubilant has to be open about that.
It's not just doing the right thing, it's showing people you're doing it. Builds trust.
And more people care about this stuff. It's good ethics and good business.
Okay, so we've talked about the challenges, the economy, Competition, regulations, sustainability. Sounds daunting. But what about the good stuff? What opportunities can they capitalize on?
Oh, plenty to be excited about. India's middle class, it's growing. More income means more spending on convenience, on eating out. Jubilant's in the perfect spot for that.
They've got the brands, the reach, the tech, ready for those new consumers who want to try new things, who want easy, quick meals.
And they're not just pizza anymore. Dunkin', Popeyes, they can cater to different tastes, different preferences.
Not putting all their eggs in one basket,
Yeah,
diversifying. Smart.
exactly. And don't forget about technology. They're already using data, AI, to personalize things, make things more efficient. And as that tech gets better,
Imagine hyper-personalized menus, AI making your pizza in minutes, maybe even virtual reality dining.
the possibilities are huge. And Jubilant, they're thinking ahead. They're not afraid to innovate.
They're shaping the future of food, not just riding the wave. But it's not just India, is it? They want to take this global.
Oh, yeah. Their international expansion is definitely something to keep an eye on. They're in a few countries already, but there's a whole world out there. And their experience in India, that's given them valuable knowledge they can use elsewhere.
They're exporting expertise, not just pizza.
You got it. And being sustainable, that's a big advantage these days. Consumers want to support companies that are doing things the right way.
So they're set to be a global leader, not just in taste, but in how they do business.
Exactly. We've covered a lot of ground here. We've seen how Jubilant Foodworks went from a pizza place to a full-blown food and beverage company. They've embraced tech, they've expanded, and they're financially strong.
And they're not just looking at profits, they want to do things the right way.
So what's the takeaway for our listeners?
You're watching a company that's changing how people eat, but also how people think about food.
It's a company to watch, to learn from, maybe even to invest in.
As they grow, there'll be new challenges, new opportunities, but one thing's certain, their journey is just getting started.
We hope this deep dive gave you some food for thought, a glimpse into the world of Jubilant Foodworks and the future of food itself.
Bon appétit! Back for the final slice of our Jubilant Foodworks deep dive. We've seen the ambition, the innovation, the tech, but every business hits some roadblocks, right?
Oh, absolutely. Even the smoothest pizza-making machine can have a few hiccups.
So what's on the horizon for them? What challenges are they up against?
Well, one of the big things for any business in India is the economy. It's growing, but you always have those ups and downs.
Yeah, makes sense.
Like inflation, that can really impact things. Consumer spending, the cost of ingredients.
So people might think twice about that extra pizza if money's tight.
Right, exactly. And on the flip side, Jubilant Foodworks has to deal with rising prices for everything. Cheese, flour, veggies, all the essentials.
Got a balancing act, right?
Totally. They need to keep those pizzas affordable, but also protect their profits.
Raise prices too much, lose customers, don't manage costs, profits take a hit. Tough spot.
It is. It's not just riding the wave, it's being ready for when things get choppy.
And what about competition? It's not just other pizza places, right?
Oh, no, it's way more diverse than that. New places popping up all the time. Salads, wraps, gourmet burgers, international food.
Consumers want options.
Exactly. People are getting more health conscious, more adventurous. Jubilant can't just stick with what they know.
If they just do pizza, they'll miss out on a whole segment of the market.
Right, they have to stay ahead of the trends, keep those brands interesting.
Which, to be fair, they're doing pretty well. Dunkin' with the coffee focus, Domino's with those wheat-based crusts and local toppings.
They're trying to be the answer to every craving. Coffee in the morning, pizza at night.
One-stop shop.
And that whole habitual ordering thing. Double-edged sword. It's great for loyalty, but they have to keep people coming back for more.
It's about more than just that first order. It's building a relationship.
That's where their digital stuff comes in. Data, personalization, knowing what offers to send out.
Keeping those cravings satisfied, but also tempting them with new things.
It's a whole dance. Got to keep up with how tastes change.
Can't forget about the real-world stuff, though. Regulations, food safety, all that.
Oh, that's a big one. Lots of rules in the food industry, and they change all the time. Jubilant has to be on their toes.
Ingredients, how they prep the food, even packaging and labels.
The whole 9 yards. It's a lot to manage, especially when you're operating on their scale.
And then you've got those bigger trends like sustainability. We talked about electric vehicles, responsible sourcing. Are they doing enough to keep up with that?
Sustainability is a big deal now. People want to support companies that are doing good for the planet. Jubilant is making progress, but there's always more they can do.
Those EVs, the no antibiotics policy, that's a good start. But you can't stop there.
Nope. Transparency is important. People want to know where their food is coming from, how it's made. Jubilant needs to be open about that.
Not just doing the right thing, but being open about it.
Right. It builds trust.
And honestly, more and more people care about this. It's good for business. Okay, so we've covered the challenges: economy, competition, regulations, sustainability. But let's switch gears. What are the exciting opportunities for them? What's the good stuff?
Lots to be excited about. India's middle class, it's growing like crazy. And as people have more money, they spend more on convenience, on eating out. Jubilant is right there waiting.
They're perfectly positioned for that.
They have the brands, the network, the tech. They're ready for these new consumers who are excited to try new things, who want those easy meals.
And they're not limited to just pizza anymore. Dunkin', Popeyes, they can appeal to different tastes.
Exactly. They're not putting all their eggs in one basket. They're diversifying.
Smart move.
And technology. They're already using data and AI to make things better for the customer, more efficient for them, as that tech gets more advanced.
The possibilities are kind of crazy, right? Hyper-personalized menus, AI chefs making your pizza in seconds.
Yeah.
Maybe even virtual reality dining.
Who knows what's coming next? But Jubilant, they're ready for it. They're not afraid of the future.
They're shaping the future of food, not just riding the wave. And it's not just India. They're thinking global.
Yeah, their international expansion is exciting. They're in a few countries already, but they're aiming for more. And all that experience in India, that's given them so much knowledge they can use in other markets.
They're exporting their know-how, not just pizza.
Exactly. And the sustainability piece, that's a big advantage globally. People want to support companies that are doing things the right way.
So they're set up to be a leader, not just in taste, but in how they do business.
Absolutely. We've seen how Jubilant Foodworks went from a pizza place to a huge food and beverage company. They've embraced tech, they've expanded their reach, and they're financially solid.
And they want to do it all ethically, sustainably.
It's a pretty impressive journey.
So what does this all mean for our listeners? What should they take away from this?
They're watching a company that's not just changing what people eat, but how they think about food.
A company that's worth keeping an eye on, learning from, maybe even investing in. Their story's just getting started.
Hopefully, this deep dive gave you some food for thought, a glimpse into the world of Jubilant Foodworks and what's coming next for the food industry.
Bon appétit!